Imagine having a indoor pool, outdoor pool, a restaurant, on-site, hairdresser, wine cellar, shuttle service, cinema room. All these services actually exist in resort-style living in developments in Costa del Sol. And today, with Cass, we're going to be doing a ranking of the top developments by on-site services on the Costa del Sol. Are you guys ready? Let's go. So we're here with Cass. Cass.
Hi guys.
It's great to have you back on the channel.
I know, excited to be here as always.
So you've had 2 months where you've literally been out with clients every single day.
I have.
So it's great to sort of get you back on the channel and talking about the top developments on the Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
You've seen so many in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, coming up with this list of our top ones with great amenities, it was hard to do because there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good point. So I think, like, generally speaking, if you look at a map of the Costa del Sol, right, and you want to place all the developments, I think all developments would come with gardens and pools, right? That's sort of standard.
It's standard.
But then you've got some developments that just offer so much more, and buyers are more demanding these days. So
agree.
I think it's a great video to rank them.
I know. And not have to leave your home. You know, when you have everything there, it's pretty special. So I'm excited to do this one.
So resort style developments in the Costa del Sol. Let's start the ranking, Cass. Should we start by pricing?
Let's do it.
So from most best value for money, all the way to the most exclusive ones.
Okay.
Where do you want to start? What's your number one?
Number one, lowest in price with great amenities. I would have to say Lakün.
Fair enough.
We've talked about it before, but I just love it. I mean, it's in Las Lagunas, which is really close to Fuengirola. You know, everything's at your doorstep, shopping, restaurants. You can walk to the beach if you wanted to, but most importantly, the amenities. Beautiful gym. You have a rooftop pool,
Actually,
which
really
is
like that.
super cool.
Yeah.
Co-working space up there, pool down on the ground level. You know, lots of green space too, which is nice for a place that's going to be, you know, in the heart of a busy area.
Urban,
in an urban.
I mean, just sort of talking about Lakün, like, people are generally, when you talk about urban setting developments, you sometimes don't even have pools.
Exactly.
So it's quite special to have something which is so urban, so close to everything, and have all these amenities. And also, I really like the architecture of Lakün. I think it's a great development.
It's so unique. It's like kind of zigzag, so it doesn't feel like an urban building that's stack. It's going to be, you know, really, really nice.
So where are we with pricing in Lakün, Cass?
Prices right now, we're approximately at about 350,000.
That's a great value for money.
Yeah, really, really good.
So what will be your number two?
Number two, so thinking about pricing, I would have to say Marine Hills is still one of my all-time favorite developments right now. Still lots of product to sell there. They just released their villas, which is super cool. But yeah, it has absolutely everything, including really good sea views. So that's pretty special. On the new Golden Mile, what's unique about it, you do have a paddle court, you have an indoor pool, and an outdoor pool that's actually heated all year round. So that's
awesome.
quite special, because I know I would use that with my kids, you know, having a heated pool. Of course, the gym. The gym's, again, unique because it's going to be nice and wide open glass and looking at the sea. They have a hammam, a spa. So yeah, I think it's going to be a special one for amenities.
I think it's, you know, it's quite nice, not to be able to be in the middle of the new Golden Mile and have all the amenities within the resort. Marine Hills is one of our high homes favorites. I think you know, Mathieu and Sam adore it. I think we've sold a lot there.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid product.
It is. And the other thing I forgot is the solar panels that they're going to have will really help with the efficiency of, you know, your electrical bills. So I think that's going to be a special amenity for that too.
Sam touched on that on the last video we did, and that's quite right, because, you know, the developer actually stays on site for a year. And it's one of the only developers that stays on site for a whole year until the development sort of matures and then hands over. So that's actually quite nice. And the reason they put the solar panels is to reduce the community fee.
That's correct. Yeah, that's so cool. That is very special. So
where are we pricing, Cass, on Marine Hills?
Pricing right now, we're at about 450,000 euros. So still really, really good value for money and good sizes. So
For a 2-bed with all those amenities in the middle of a new Golden Mile? I mean,
oh,
Jesus.
and we forgot the gardens are going to be really, really nice. They have kids' playground,
Oh!
which for me, you guys know me with playgrounds, that would be really, really good to have, you
Totally.
know, just to take the kids down and play. So
That's a good
that's
point.
going to be a good one. But yeah,
Cool.
450.
Nice. So number 3.
Number 3, I would have to go with Nalu Suites in Casares. It
Lovely.
is going to be not just beautiful, the qualities are going to be top notch, but they did a really good job at their amenities. They're going to have indoor gym, outdoor gym. They're going to have like a special wellness center. So there's going to be yoga. Again, playgrounds for kids. So that's going to be really, really nice. The other really funny one is they're having an amphitheater.
That's unique.
Yeah.
That's the only one on the coast for sure.
That is so cool. I mean, imagine if, you know, with kids, it would be so easy to entertain them. So I think that is going to be really, really nice.
How many phases does Nalu have?
It has 3.
3, no?
3 phases. The plot of land is stunning. I actually haven't visited with a client recently, but I drove to the plot myself and had a look, and I thought,
Lovely.
wow, this is going to be a really nice project for sure.
We just did a video on Estepona, on the west side of Estepona, and Nalu Suites is one of those sort of flags that really showcases how the entire area is going to develop. I mean, that area is going to be top notch. And it already is, but like, you know, give it 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 years when all, you know, Nalu Suites, Absolute Estepona, Unica, when all that's ready, it's going to be incredible.
I totally agree. I love that area. I definitely see the growth there.
But you live in Estepona yourself.
I do. So I know it well. I think it's going to be all very stunning.
Cool. What's the price of Nalu Suites?
Prices start at about 500,000 right now.
Those are for the smaller units.
Those are for the smaller units, and it goes all the way up to, you know, maybe 950. So, but like I said, it's going to be perfect when it's complete.
That's a great number 3.
Yeah.
I'm excited for your number 4.
One of my all-time favorites, Calanova Collection in Cala de Mijas. Love it. Love, love, love it. Actually, I just had the best few weeks with very special clients of mine. I hope you guys are watching. They're 80 years old and they just purchased a property there. So I'm so excited for them. And one of the reasons was for the amenities.
Wow.
They fell in love with La Cala de Mijas, which is amazing. The views from their apartment are going to be incredible. But I think for, you know, they're going to be 81 by the time they move in, and amenities are a big deal for them. So yeah, I'm super happy for them. The biggest thing that I like actually is that they have a shuttle service. Even me and my husband and kids would use it. I mean, you're in your property, you don't have to worry about driving and parking down in La Cala. You can actually take your shuttle bus, you know, get dropped off, go to the supermarkets, go eat some tapas, go to the beach, and then you just call them and they drive you right back. So for me, that was like one of the big points that I made to them, because I really do think they would utilize
It's a really
that.
good point, and there's not many developments that have shuttle services.
Exactly.
And it's a super massive bonus, no, to not have to use the car, because I mean, Calanova Collection is one of our like top selling developments. We sold, you know, plenty of properties there, and yes, it's 5-minute drive from La Cala de Mijas. But just having that shuttle service is amazing.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, and then other things, I mean, they're going to have a beautiful outdoor infinity pool. They're going to have, you know, a really nice gym, of course, co-working, of course, but they're going to have like a little wine cellar. So, you know, if you collect wine, you can bring it to your cellar. And I don't know, that's kind of cute too. Pricing right now for a 2-bedroom, it's about 520,000.
520, yeah, it's great value for money for that sort of
really,
development.
really good, yeah.
And it's Avante Espacia, which is a good developer. This developer is building mainly in Mijas and Estepona, and I think that they're bringing a good product to market.
I think so too. And they just released, you know, about a week ago, you know, all units. So right now it's, you know, it's going to keep selling, and they're about a year, 14 months to completion.
So that's basically middle of next year, more or less.
Exactly.
So middle 26.
You got it.
I mean, it's not too far away.
No.
Moving on to the next, what's your next top resort style development?
My next, it would have to be, let's go San Pedro, so Salvia.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
One of my favorite central developments. Tell us about the amenities.
So amenities, what stands out about this one, so at the pool area, which is going to be beautiful with nice gardens around, but they're going to have like a little cafe, so like a little pool bar, you could say, so selling drinks and little bites to eat. So that's pretty nice to have at your place.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And then of course, you know, a beautiful gym, co-working again. The biggest thing about Salvia is that it's, like we said, it's very central in San Pedro. You're about 500 meters to the beach. Walk out your doorstep. You have lots of nice restaurants.
So something people might overlook, you know, in the area of San Pedro is that it's one of the most urban areas that's most flat. So like, you know, you don't actually, it's quite easy to walk around, you know, and I think we have a lot of clients that bought there, which are, you know, families, young families with kids. It's a really nice product, you know, and the developer and the architects have done a really good job with the concept design. There's two-phase, which is, you know, it's nice to have product in that area. And if you look at San Pedro from an aerial view, there's so much more to come. And I think like you know, in terms of potential for appreciation and rental potential or whatever, like if it's for people to use all year round, to live or part-time living, I think it's a sort of a home run.
I agree. And like what's right in front of Salvia as well, so looking more, you know, south, you have, you know, a park, some paths to walk, you know, the sports center. So what's around you is really important too. So yeah, I love that one.
What's the starting price?
Starting price there is about $620 for a two-bed.
$620 on average, yeah.
$620.
Yeah. It's great value for money.
Yeah, and it reflects, the price reflects the area and the qualities of this development, so.
It's going to be really interesting. I would love to sort of, you know, fast forward 10 years and see San Pedro 10 years from now.
Me too.
I think it would be, you know, I don't know, like, you know, it's going to be a serious, you know, it is part of Marbella, so it's not going to compete with Marbella, but it's going to be a serious destination.
Definitely, and that's where I lived my first year here, and even the growth since then, and we really know San Pedro. It feels like a town in itself, and like you said, being flat, you know, when everything is very mountainous around us, which we love, but when you have a flat area, you can stroll and bike, and it's really nice.
Okay, so Cass, what would be your next on your list?
What are we at, 6 now?
You're more or less, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say Mirador de Estepona Hills.
Okay, tell us about it. Very good choice, by the way.
I mean, it literally has everything. It is like a resort. It would be almost like a place you would go, you know, when I picture all-inclusive resorts, this has everything.
Totally.
Multiple outdoor beautiful pools that are, what do you call it, like the beach style, you know?
beach style entry.
Beach style entry, which is cool. And you have like little pool bars. Yeah. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Like, you know, ordering drinks right at your pool.
And food, they also do food.
And food. They have a whole other area. They have a indoor-outdoor restaurant, indoor-outdoor gym. So the gym is massive. So they do classes there, CrossFit. Then you have tennis and paddle courts. So change rooms. Like it's like a full gym, tennis. It's great. It's really good.
The nice thing about that gym as well, something I really like, is that you have, it's actually a gym that has sort of two entrances. You have the public entrance, so people that not from the community can use the paddle courses, but they can't access the community. And then people from the community can access the paddle courts. And that's really cool because you get like a mix, you actually get a nice sort of community feel. And from all the developments that we have for sale, I think Mirador it really gives you a sense of community. And that's what people that, you know, that have bought there with us love about it. It's really like an actual community.
Yeah, and people are, you know, driving their golf carts around, and it's like you said, community is everything. Yeah, it has a barber, a hairdresser, hair salon.
It has an on-site little mini market.
Yeah, mini market.
I think it even has a cashier.
Yeah, it does.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then obviously the 24-hour security. Now it has walking paths going around the entire community. You know, what am I missing?
I know what you're missing. It was a very interesting one. It's got a gate that's got a walking path to the center of town. So you basically, I think it's with a fob. You just sort of buzz yourself out, and you can walk across the A7, and you're in town in like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah. So that's such a plus. And then of course the new phase right now, it's right the most south facing. So beautiful views across Estepona Old Town to the sea. So yeah, it's really fantastic.
So what's the starting price at the moment?
Starting prices now are about 750,000.
Around that
So
mark.
that's in the new phase.
Right.
And of course, you can get something in the secondary market there, resale, because it's a project that's been going on
6 years, I think.
6
now.
years. So, but yeah.
So we started around the 400K mark, 350K mark, and we're now around the 700K mark. So I'm very interested to see where you're taking us. What's next?
Two of my favorites I'm thinking about right now, hard to compare, but there's Palo Alto and
Lovely.
Seoul. You know,
Lovely.
they come in at about the same price. However, Palo Alto, there's not much stock right now. But we can't not mention it because
Totally.
of it has every amenity you can think of. It has equestrian, golf.
Does it have golf?
It does. It does. I think it's a 3 or a 6-hole golf.
I didn't know that.
If it's not ready right now, it's being
It's in
developed.
part of, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus, I thought like it was an endless list of amenities. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, an equestrian, like,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. Indoor pool, again, huge indoor pool, huge outdoor pool, tennis courts, paddle courts. The co-working space isn't just a co-working space, it's like a party. It's like a room that you can rent if you were having a massive, 50th birthday. It's equipped with kitchen, they have concierge. So if you wanted to hire a chef, if you wanted to hire people to decorate, you could do it all right there at Palo Alto. It has everything, but no stock.
It has everything but no stock. Oh, what also has a farmer's market.
And a
They
farmer's
have
market.
their own produce that they produce, and then they're crazy, no?
Like, how cool is that? Fresh fruit, vegetables right at your doorstep. So
That's
yeah.
a lovely way of finishing. Like it has everything but very little stock. So
Little stock.
there's
yeah.
a few options available from the developer, and then resale options which are quite nice. And then you have the villas, which are beautiful as well.
Yeah, the villas are stunning. Yeah, and views. You're in the mountains. You're right in Marbella. I mean, it is a little bit of a wiggle down into Marbella, but stunning. Love
It's
Palo
exactly
Alto.
5 minutes with the car. So even though it
Yeah.
looks a bit ziggy, but it's quite
yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, and then Seoul, like I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So Seoul, I have always loved Seoul. I mean, since I got into real estate here on the Costa del Sol, I've loved it. It has everything, 24-hour security. It's being built in different phases. So like you mentioned, community earlier, it gives you a really nice sense of community, co-working space, but really large, again, like an area that you could have, maybe work meetings, team meetings inside your place. Lots of grass space. I think they even put up a football net for kids in the back on the east side.
Wow.
And that was last time when I was there. Indoor gym, spa. So
that
again,
spa is second to none.
the spa is so nice. So the indoor pool is obviously heated. You have the hammam, you have ice bath, the sauna. So it's beautiful. The restaurant there is really nice. It's like a cafe, sort of has this boho chic feel to it. So it's trending. It's nice. Yeah.
So what are the starting prices?
Right now, Seoul starting prices are about 900,000.
So it's a higher end product.
It's a higher end, but if you visit, you'll understand why. It's nice.
And not even mention the location. Like you are literally like
I love
so
the
close to Marbella. Like
I love it.
I think it's literally 5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
straight in.
If I didn't live on the west side of Estepona, I would probably live on the east side of Marbella.
Agreed.
It is the best for sure.
Last but not least, we need to finish on, I think, the signature resort style developments of the Costa del Sol. What would those be?
Oh, they're so good. It's almost like we have two. One of them is complete. The other one is, a few years away from completion. So the first one, let's talk about the completed one, is epic. Marbella.
It really is epic.
It is epic by Fendi. So you can imagine, it's incredible. Really nice area. How do I even start?
Prime Golden Mile, right? It's really what we call prime location. And it's one of those branded top tier residences.
Yeah.
The amenities are you're right, they're second to none. Let's talk to our audience about what they are. So what does Epic actually offer?
Okay, so let's think about the things outside of the complex first. So I mean, it has top end tennis courts, again paddle courts, You have pools that are, you have your sport pools, so like Olympic size length to do laps. You have a pool where where it pushes a wave at you.
Oh yeah,
so you can sit
nice.
there and
Yeah.
strengthen. You have the luxury pools, children's pools, paths all around it, tiki huts all around the pool. So they actually have sunbeds that you could find at really nice chiringuitos. Like big beds,
Yeah, the
really
high
nice,
quality.
high quality outdoor furniture all around. And then of course like the indoor section, so the sports area of Epic. Huge like basketball court, but it feels like you're walking into like
The
an
NBA.
NBA. Yeah, it's
Wow.
super nice. Basketball's ready for your use, super clean. Then you have a golf simulator, which is not just a basic one. I mean, you could have your friends and sit around.
Wow.
Then of course, like a beautiful yoga big room. The gym is incredible, really high ceilings, and you have people right there working 24 hours or however long the gym is open for, with clean towels. So the change rooms are high end, and then of course the indoor pool, the spa. It's amazing.
And apart from like the amenities itself, I think the quality of finishing of these amenities are like, top tier.
Even if you just had a membership there, it would be a high end membership. I mean, the community fees are high, but you're getting what you're paying for. It's immaculate.
So matched with this would be
Design Hills by Dolce and Gabanna.
nice.
Yeah, so this one is actually really close by to Epic. The plans for this project are going to be incredible. So basically it's going to match Epic, but then raise it up a notch. It's going to have a football field. And is it going to be indoor? Is that correct?
I believe so. I mean, actually, it was one of our team members and had a presentation there, and you know what the on-site said? It's like, this is like Epic, but on steroids.
Yeah,
I love
Epic
that.
on steroids, and I think that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And again, the location is really prime. Like I said, it's close. So and the infrastructure that's going in around there. The plan is like that beautiful whitewash Punto Romano feel mixed with Porto Banús with the highest end shops, cafes, Michelin star restaurants. So it's going to be fantastic.
So it's going to have all the amenities of Epic Marbella, but they're going to sort of improve on them. And what is it going to have that Epic Marbella doesn't have?
So like I said, it's going to be Epic, but that and better.
Wow.
Little things like obviously the football field, but everything you need right there on site. So you need your dog walked, you have it. You need your haircut, you have it. You want a chef in your house? You got
have
it.
it. I love it.
It's
I love it.
like everything. So I'm
Awesome.
super excited for this one.
Awesome. Cass, thank you. I think that's a perfect wrap.
Yeah.
Actually, before we go, something I did want to tell you guys is, first of all, if you're new to the channel and you like our content, like the video and comment any questions you might have about these developments so we can, obviously answer those questions. And if you are interested in receiving more information and receiving more videos like these, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press that button right there and you'll be notified if you press the bell every time our videos come out. And one more thing is we have just released our High Homes magazine. So we'll put a digital version of this High Homes magazine in the description of this video in case you guys want to have a look at it. And I think that's everything. So
Yeah, thanks, Kian.
Cass, great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Guys,
Bye, guys.
hasta luego.